Just make sure you're going live.
Eboogie.
All right, ready?
I'm ready.
Mike's alive. As soon as you see you.
I told him I was ready, and I'm ready. It's Double Talk with your girl, Erica Monique Williams, on Eboogie Films
That's right.
at YouTube. This is how we do. I'm here with my lifelong friend,
Yep.
Marvin Barnes.
You know I had a crush on you when we were little, right?
You gotta tell everybody.
Oh, sorry.
No, I mean, no. I like to hear that people have crushes on me because that means that I'm crushworthy. So what's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
All right.
So I hope that you still have fond thoughts of me as a
you know, as we
woman.
getting older,
You know,
of course, our
I'm
relationship
working
is pure.
hard. Yes, we are brother and sister in Christ.
Yeah,
We go to the same church.
We sure do.
We come from the same Bergen County, Benjamin County,
Mhm.
and a lot of people who live in this area, the Tri-City, not Tri-State, but the Tri-City area of Inglewood, Teaneck, and Hackensack,
Yeah.
don't always have the best things to say about us as a local community.
I don't see why not. I mean, I don't think I've ever, growing up in this area, I haven't had any bad memories. I mean, it's just been a great upbringing. This area, I wouldn't have changed it for nothing.
I wouldn't either. I love where I come from.
I do too.
I think we had a great upbringing, like you said. I would walk down my street on Voorhees, and in the summertime, I didn't want to go to Teaneck camp. I wanted to go to the middle school for the summer, because that was where it was happening in Inglewood. And now I live in Inglewood, so I could be partial. I guess Teaneck people might have kicked me out because I'm in Inglewood now. I don't know.
Inglewood stand up.
But we all, we all one big
We
place.
sure are.
Because it's not that big.
Right.
But what I mean, we hear a lot about, and I'm not starting off on a negative note, but I want to start with the bad so that we can end with the good.
All right.
So we hear a lot about people that we know not supporting each other when we have endeavors. A lot of times we hear black people don't support each other.
That's true.
But I find that, and they say that people don't support you. That it's normally strangers who support you.
You know what? That's right.
But there is some truth to that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you don't rely on one group of people. You rely on your dream and your drive to get you where you're going.
Right.
Everybody's not going to always support.
That's right.
And some strangers don't, some strangers do, some people don't, some people do. But as an entrepreneur, a fellow entrepreneur, I know that it's tough. When you're starting out your business and you're trying to get the people that behind you, to give you a little head start, or whatever. It can be challenging.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that you've been doing this for a while now.
Right.
So let's start from the beginning. How did this start?
Erica, I think when we first started talking about, I was on your last show, and I still believe it was about 10 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, but it could have been shorter.
I've been doing this for a long time.
And first, I will first and foremost, I want to thank you for inviting me to Eboogie Films and production. Thank you so much for showing love. This means so much to me, that I'm able to come here and share my experience, and I'm glad you're in my life. I'm glad that as things progress for me, I hope we continue to stay close, because I'm bringing you with me, and I mean that. Okay,
I believe that.
From day one, you gave me an opportunity to tell people about what I'm doing and how I got involved with this alkaline water business. It's funny, and you said something. It's a crazy segue. How strangers will support you more than your family and friends. And I got involved with alkaline water, not a particular brand per se. I don't want to put a particular brand on there, but alkaline water.
Because it's all about marvelous water right now.
Right,
so
exactly.
we don't need to give anybody props.
I actually was working for a local hospital here in Teaneck, and I got into a bad accident where I blew out both of my knees, and I needed surgery. I lost my job also from trying to save a lady from a runaway car, and you know, after I got terminated from doing, you know, trying to save this lady, a person from the hospital, a stranger, got in contact with me, and you know, with a love offering, or as you would say, like you know, some of the people in the hospital heard about what happened, and they actually took a collection, and she came to bring it to me.
Okay.
But she also said, when you get on your feet, I got some work around the house, you know, to help you make ends meet. Lo and behold, when I got there, after I did some handiwork for the lady, she gave me some alkaline water. I was wearing, actually...
Had you ever heard of it before?
I had never heard of it. Actually, I was doing some yard work, and she invited me into the house and asked if I wanted some water. And she went to a machine that was connected to a faucet. And I said, sorry, ma'am, I don't drink faucet water. You know, you don't have any bottled water. And she was like, you know, once you drink this water, you will never thirst again. And I said, now, where did I hear that from? That's biblical, you know. Jesus and the Samaritan woman, you know, at the well, you know. But she gave me this alkaline water. I started drinking. She said, come by anytime you want. Now, at that time, I was 340 pounds. I had high blood pressure, had type 2 diabetes. I was suffering through, of course, with the blown out MCL tear, meniscus tear in both knees. I had handicap crutches, and I was going through some personal issues, you know. And she gave me this water, and immediately I started feeling different. Immediately, my energy level started to change, because I was starting to fall into a depression. And when you start getting into a depression, you know, 'cause so many things started to go wrong, you even start feeling tired. Like, I don't want to go anywhere, and I don't want to talk on the phone and things like that. But I started drinking this water. I started feeling better. I started getting better. I finally was able to pick up some steady work, you know, at a company. And I still was going to this lady until I had to research this. Now, normally people don't go grab, but this was something that was different. It was healing me, you know. And as I studied alkaline water, this water, marvelous water, has potassium and magnesium, which helps the body to survive. It pushes out toxins out the body. It gives you the minerals that you don't get from regular food that you eat on a day-to-day basis. I mean, because some of us, we don't get 3 square meals a day, and we're eating fast food, and there's a lot of stuff that we're eating that's not healthy for us. But drinking this alkaline water will push those toxins out of your system. But
well, I'm going to have to give this to my children, because they are very hard critics of water. And I don't want to say which brands they don't like, but they definitely have a problem with certain water, and they don't like certain water. And hopefully this will change them so I can send them to school with water.
This is what water tastes like. This is what water should taste like. I you know, I know I skipped through a lot of, because I know we, you know, I don't know how pressed for time we are, but I don't want to drag out.
You did say potassium and
magnesium. Them are the 2 major minerals. This water it gives you super hydration. It's a super antioxidant. Now, I know everybody is hearing about antioxidants. Antioxidants are like what you get from vitamins.
Right.
Okay? Vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin K, those things help with the enzymes of the stomach and of the body. It helps with blood regulation and your digestive system. That's what the antioxidants do. Meat, and a lot of people don't eat red meat because when they can't digest it, it takes so long to digest. But just imagine having meat in your bowels or in your intestines that's just sitting and decomposing and rotting. Okay, that needs to be pushed out. You know, people we're really going through a lot of changes in this community, this environment, with the GMO products, as generically modified organisms that we're giving cows and we're giving chickens to make them fatter. We went from 2 ounces of pesticides to 60 ounces to this day, and you can research this on our fruits and vegetables. So that's all that poison that's getting into our system. How are we going to survive? And I'm not saying that this is a cure, but it's a preventive.
How is that legal? How is that legal?
You know, it's funny. One story that I did hear, that United States of America is facing a water shortage. And I read that from an Environmental Protection Agency report. So everything that's going down a sink, down the toilet, is going into the reservoir and back into our plumbing system. Mm-hmm. The United States have not invested and will not invest in a high-grade water filtration system that will not only stop the bacteria, but that will stop the parasites from getting into our system, into our plumbing system. Therefore, what they're doing, they're disguising it by putting in chlorine and fluoride and things that make the water clear, so that all we know is that it's coming out the faucet is good for us. That's the only thing really that's federally regulated is municipal tap water. And there's also alkaline water in municipal tap water, but it's to protect the pipes from bursting.
What is alkaline? Because you're saying that we drink our water from the reservoir after it's clean. But where does this water come from?
Well,
what is alkaline? What is that?
Water in its natural state has its own minerals. But when it's ran through reverse osmosis process, it is stripped of its natural minerals. So what we are drinking, we're drinking dead water. So when dead water enters into a live organism, whatever it was stripped from, it takes it from the body. It takes the calcium, it takes the magnesium, the folic acid, the iron out of your system, and you urinate it right out. So therefore, it's replenishing you.
Not replenishing.
Okay? And so alkaline water will help you recharge the electrolytes in the body instead of adding electrolytes into the water. So we have our own natural enzymes, ions, and neutrons, as they call it. If you go back to 8th grade science, that when you drink, it's still here. But as we are polluting our bodies and we are not being able to give our body like a oil change, the alkaline water will help recharge those electrolytes naturally. And so our bodies are made up of 75 to 90% water. We're water beings, contrary to what most people say, especially biblically. We was made from dirt, and here we're water beings. So just imagine your body is a fish tank. And you pour a can of soda into that fish tank. How long will those fish survive? They won't. It's pollution. They're polluted. The body's polluted. Our bodies are polluted with everyday living. Pollution from the air, pollution from the water, the foods that we're eating. So we need some type of defense. Back in 1935, I just want to bring this report out. Back in 1935, there's a doctor named Dr. Otto Warburg, and he won the Nobel Prize. And he said that the body, every human being has a cancer cell within them, and the only way for that cancer to grow is if you feed it. How do you feed the cancer cell? Keep it in an acidic environment. So as long as the body is acidic, and we're taking on these polluted, even medication is acidic to the body. If we're putting things in our system that makes the body polluted, and the cancer cells can grow. But when you have a super antioxidant, this water goes down to the trillion of cells that make the human body. There was another guy, Dr. Romy Shinya, who is a co-founder of the colonoscopy. He makes his clients drink 3 liters of alkaline water every day to protect them, to protect the insides of the body. So the body, in so many words, rusts This stops it from rusting. Oxidating is when, for an example, if you cut an apple open and you let it sit and it turns brown, or you take a nail and put it in water and it starts to rust. That's oxidating. If you drink alkaline water, it will slow down the aging process and stop the rusting of the body. It is giving your cells and it's giving your blood circulation a chance to really revive itself and keep yourself going. This is so much research.
But again, where does it come from if it's not
this
from
particular
where regular water comes from? What is alkaline?
Well, water is my water is regular. It's coming from the tap, but it's ran through 7 titanium double dipped in platinum plates. So it separates that tap water to the smallest molecule, and all of the lead. And I'm saying lead because right now there's a high grade of lead in our water system that is affecting our babies from birth. This removes the lead, the chlorine, the fluoride this area is putting in the water system. And alkalinity is just vitamins. It's just minerals.
Okay.
It's just minerals to help the body. It helps the body
heal. So you take the bad stuff out and you put the minerals and the vitamins in.
The platinum plates create like the same as if you was getting from water running down a waterfall against the rocks. Mm-hmm. Like it gives you that spring water, that mineral water that the body needs. We need the minerals in our body.
So what's the difference between mineral water and alkaline water?
Mineral water, the mineral water that's on the market now, that could be. No one ever really challenged the mineral water. All it has is saline in it. That's what mineral water is. It's like a high grade of salt, sodium. That's what mineral water is. So high grade of sodium into regular water. This water is better than your distilled water, your mineral water, definitely your seltzer water. Any carbonated water or drink is bad for your health. The bubbles or the carbonation that's in these beverages is carbon dioxide. Our body pushes out carbon dioxide and breathes in oxygen. So why would you take a soda and guzzle it down and when your body is actually trying to push it out?
Why are you telling me that?
It's the truth, you know. But
well, definitely not. My daughter told me never buy purified water because
go ahead.
Purified water is dirty water that they just clean. But all water, you're saying, is
all
like
water
that.
is purified. It goes through a purification. But it's what's after that. It's the carbs. Like a lot of people back in the day were buying those. I cannot name a name brand. Like Brilla. Those
Brita.
That you put on the faucet, or you take a filter and put it in your water and say, "Hey, I'm doing something." You know, but that's just mind over matter. You're not doing nothing because 2 years ago, California was the last state that had fresh water. Put it this way, and I hope I don't gross your audience out, but think about your house, my house, prisons, nursing homes, jails, hair salons, anything that's going down of a toilet or a drain is going into a nearby reservoir and backed up into our system. There was a report about funeral homes not disposing of human remains and blood properly. They just they embalm them and they let the blood run down the drain. Cancer patients, AIDS patients, whatever, their blood is running down the drain. Hospitals, they have a person on medication. Soon as they pass away or discharged, what do? They put it down the sink into our reservoirs. There's also a study that had about men and their libido. They saying that they can't produce or they're having problems with their libido. Well, they're blaming it on the woman. On women. because of the birth control that women are taking, that's in the urine, that's getting into our water stream, is hurting men from reproducing. Do you buy that? You know, but they can think of anything. But just imagine, just put that in your head. You know that if we don't got fresh water and this is coming back into our system and all we're doing is putting chlorine and fluoride and chemicals in it, how much longer our bodies take that? You have to change your water to not only change your life, to save your life. Drink marvelous water. You know why I came out with this? I got out here in the marketplace because I invested. I thought about health is worth more than wealth. With no health, there's no wealth. Okay. And my body was going through changes and getting sick and what have you. When I started getting healed and, you know, I was eating better, it gave me a chance to exercise. I'm down 90 pounds from where I used to be. My mind is clearer. I'm still jogging. I'm in the gym. My stamina is crazy. I just feel great about myself, and I wanted the same thing for my family. I couldn't bring this machine that I bought to everybody's house.
Right.
But now I can.
So actually, you really do this whole packaging and everything?
No, I used to. Now I have a large distribution company that's packaging everything for me. But believe it or not, I bought a water filtration system in my home. I bought bottles, caps. I had private labels, and I was filling them up, and I was bringing them to my friends and family, and it just got the demand of it was more demand than supply. I'm talking about I was having cramps in my hands from I got to make 400 bottles for this event for tomorrow, and I'm out there in the parks and carrying on, you know, and you see me, you know, I'm at events, but they didn't know that I'm bottling all of this myself. But you know, for those that I was bottling the water for, and I still am. I'm a licensed distributor for a large company, all right, Enagic. I'm a distributor for them, so I was able to sell their product, their machines, their alkaline machines, and their Yukon products. So I have a distributor's number. So that allowed me to have a home-based business.
Right. So you weren't, because you can't just do that.
You just can't, right. This ain't Nutcracker, you know.
Right.
You can't just go get bottles and put your own alcohol and fruit juice in it and be like, no, this is not Nutcracker. This here was legitimate from day one, you know, and it just got bigger than just home. And to God be the glory. I thank God for flying doors open, and I've been running into people constantly, athletes, actresses, actors, you name it, of all walks of life, been saying they've been waiting for a water that they can drink, that they know that is truly healthy for them.
Yeah, so you're like the only black water guy around here.
That's it, marvelous water. And I like to say, ladies and gentlemen, you already know who this is. It's your boy Marvelous, coming to you live from the Eboogie Film Production Show. All right?
Yes. And I want to come back to where we started. So initially I said, you know, as entrepreneurs, it's hard for us. You know, we have this dream in our head and nobody gets it.
Right.
You know, we have to try to get everybody on board with it.
Right.
You know, but the good thing about, and this is why I continue to do this and do what I do, because for one, just like you said, you can't, just like the hair club for president, God just died.
Right.
But you know, the commercial,
the
president. So, you know, we have to live what we profess that we do. And by being an entrepreneur, I have a heart for other entrepreneurs. But I know that we all get to that point where, you know, we feel like, are we crazy? Is this really, you know, but the dream does not die.
Right.
And, you know, God gave us these gifts and these talents, and he won't let it go
Right.
because that's what he put in us.
Yeah.
But, you know, just to see the progress that you made is what's going to keep you going.
Right.
But, you know, I think the people that do not support are the people that haven't tapped into their own dreams.
Yeah.
Because the people that do support are the people that know the struggle
Right.
and know what it's like
That's
to
right.
try to, you know, realize their dreams. So it's not as bad as
You know,
it.
I gotta be. I
You know,
gotta.
you
I gotta
have
be
your bad
honest.
days and your good days, but it's a beautiful thing to own something that is really
Oh,
yours.
this is
You know what I mean?
mind-blowing.
You
This
really
is
don't
right
know the
now.
guy that I know.
This is mind blowing. But I'll be remiss if I don't say this. That you are one of the entrepreneurs that I've looked up to. You know, I've watched you for many years, and just your struggle, your story, and you still keep going and pushing forward, and that's something that I admire. You know, and I want to be there to support you, and I still will be there. You know, but you were one of the first, I believe, in our area. You know, growing up, Teaneck Inglewood Hackensack, that came out there and said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to write books, I'm going to do film, I'm going to do radio, I'm going to do it. And I'm like, you know what, Erica can do it. You know, I remember sitting back going, man, I don't know if I have the strength that she has. Or able to come out and like and have to fear attack. You know, I haven't always been saved. You know, and you know, you gotta, when you're in the public eye now, you gotta watch for the haters and the frenemies and you know everything. And people will try to tear you down, even your own people. But lately for me, like I said, to God be the glory. I've been getting tremendous support from my friends, my family, total strangers. People have been buying this water off the shelf. I'm in 15 7-Elevens. My first
Okay, so
week
let's find out where you are. So where are you?
So mainly Bergen County, you know, Bergenfield, Dumont, Teaneck, Hackensack, Inglewood especially.
And these are all 7-Elevens?
All 7-Elevens.
Okay.
I just got on the vendors list for Wawa, so you should be seeing me soon in Wawa. I'm also in local restaurants in town. A lot of black-owned businesses are supporting me. I'm in the Crown Plaza of Inglewood, and soon to be in the Hampton Inn in Mawa, Hampton Inn in Teaneck, and the Galloping Hills Country Club. Those are some of the big places that I'm going to be hitting this, you know, within this next coming week or so.
No, that's good.
So I'm excited. People have been asking for the water. They've been buying cases, and this is just still winter time. I can just imagine how it's going to be once the weather breaks, and people have already, you know, supporting. And thank God, and God bless the people that go into the stores and they're just buying, you know, cases of the water. You know, the store owners, it's a buzz going through these stores, and they're like, "Who is this? Who is this guy?" And it couldn't be me without you. You know, I've always said, you know, this movement right here is bigger than me, but it's not bigger than us.
Right, that's right.
You
I'm
know?
glad to have you here. Thank you for coming
Oh,
to
thank
share.
you so much.
How can everyone reach you?
You can always hit me up on Marvelous One on Marvelous Water One on Instagram. You can hit me up on Marvelous Water and Facebook. You can go to my personal page, Kenneth Marvin Barnes, on Facebook. And I will hit you back. I will. You could hit, you know, send me a message or whatever. Call my phone. I mean, I'm transparent. You know, you can reach me any way you can. I'm trying to help people. It's not really about sales for me. And I think that's when I totally said, you know what? It's not about the finances, you know, but it's about, you know, more people I can help and I can educate. You know, that's when things started turning around.
When you love what you do, you'll do it for free until the money comes. Because the money's going to come.
Amen.
You know, it is. But it's kind of like we are doing what we do. And we're still being sustained.
Yes.
We still have what we need, and we enjoy what we do. So that's a blessing.
Just like growing up, we seemed like we never had anything, but we always had enough.
Yes, always.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you guys for tuning into E-Double Talk again, and we'll be back next Thursday night at 8. And switch on over to Truth Vibe TV Media on YouTube because I will be starting La Femme with Miss Michelle Kasha. Tonight is our first night.
Oh, that's what's up.
We have a women's show coming on, so you guys turn over to Truth Vibe and catch us.
You never cease to amaze me.
Thank you guys for
keep
tuning
doing
in.
your
I'll see
thing,
y'all
bro. I
next
love
week.
you.
Love you too.